It's not quite negative 40 reals here, but to set the tone, it's cold enough that my children's schools are doing remote learning today. Could fire-only characters be a deck idea? Human Torch plus to That sounds pretty non-functional. I think I'm capped on deck submissions today, by the way. Yeah, I've got 2 more after this. We're gonna get the doggo going is the plan here. Getting the dog down lets me wing beat Fin Fang Foom as well, which is nice. Yeah, we're gonna play Marvel Set for a couple hours, then we're gonna play a bunch of Enfield. What do we think of this? Skipping the kitty play to move the dog an extra time. Have you been enjoying Enfield? I've liked it a lot so far. I fumbled my way through figuring out some more of their systems last night off stream. The more I dig into the details, the more I like it. All right, so I think we want to ramp up energy so we can Fin Fang Foom plus some others is the game plan here. So I'm gonna go Nico move the dog, Omniversal move the dog, once in future tuck the Nico. And then armor somewhere. Well, armor here to protect the dog from anything crazy. And then next turn I'll have 8 energy and I'll be able to Foom plus Bob plus a Merlin spell. I vote we Foom the right. Yeah, I think I like that. I think it's like this here, this here. This gets the dog to 17, and it gives the Merlin some extra. Yeah, I like it. Oh my, oh my! We fed, we fanged, we foomed. Well, that was a very sweet first game with our pile of fantasy variants. Yeah, put another tick in the Fin Fang Foom was better than Shang-Chi column there. Kitty, 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 kitty. kitty, 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 kitty. Was it Nico last turn since she was on her copy spell? No, I want to play Merlin on 2, and I don't really want to copy Merlin. Honor the cart. You always want to transform the location last, so that way, in case it turns into like Lamaria, you don't stop yourself from transforming the other things. We're kind of all dressed up with nowhere to go here. We really need some points on the board here. Is that a Diamondback? Christ almighty. Nothing like RN Jesus taking the wheel. Okay, Finfang Boom is Finfang lovely. Oh my! And I can play every card out of my hand? I can play every card out of my hand, giving me Majestic Weed Beat on Finfang. Oops, all spells. Well then, that's it's not particularly good for me, especially when we lose the 50-50 here. Does that have the Hungers text box? That's adorable. Shulao! 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 To me, Shulao! I mean, I could play for all three here. This gives me 11 in the middle. Yeah, they just thought we couldn't compete mid. Victory. Nico being a pal and giving the opponent an extra point. Clearly, variants do influence the game. True, pay to win. Listen, if my variants influenced the game, we'd have drawn Shulao. at the end of that last one is all I'm saying. All I'm saying. Not a stellar first couple of turns for Shao. Oh, come on, video game. Come on, video game. All right. I mean, that answers that question. This is targeting werewolf because my last card played was a... My last card played was a skill. I don't know. Yeah, I had slightly more energy this game, huh? Hopefully they just play for the center and we dunk them. Alright, is this last one Hella?
Minions to me.
Oh my goodness! I cannot believe we won that game. Holy. That'll do, pig. Here, there be dragons. Even White Widow being kind of useful in encouraging our opponent to play center to crack the bite, yeah? Because, like, if we don't have White Widow here, they would blink here most of the time, I wager. This is the Marvel Snap deck I've been waiting for since they first introduced the Fantasy Variants, chat. It's beautiful. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Leaving the center path clear because it's a good path to play a bunch of hope cards into. Yikes. Yikes! Cool. Nico! Nico, my beloved! She's so beautiful! I love her so much! Wait, what? Oh, is it Legion? It might be Legion, yeah. It's a good call. It's a Toxicella thing they play. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool. Be gone, interloper! Bye, Felicia. Get out of my game, sweaty nerd. Get out of my game. Legion is one of the most toxic cards in Marvel Snap. That's true, you know. That's true, you know. Yeah, I think we found a winner. Does this deck only work if you're using fantasy variants? It does, unfortunately. If you don't have access to the fantasy variants, the pay to win better variants isn't enabled on your account. So, like, your Nico Minaru and Merlins are much worse. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, put him in the middle, actually. Free to play Nico doesn't re-roll location ability that last game and we lose the Legion. Exactly. Exactly. Man, this is tough. There's so many permutations here. I think I want to get Hope going. It's close, though. And I should actually do it this way so I can end the dog not on here. It's the same amount of energy. It's one dog jump. There's also merit to getting Lockheed firing in the center sooner here. There's just so many ways for these turns to play out. Wowee! Wowee! This gives me some flexibility between Shulao and what's it called on the last turn? All right, Jen, I think we've lost the center. The armor draw here is just like actually nuts. Sort of certifiably. I mean, there's only one card left in our deck. Nice brood. Nice brood. Surf's up, gamer. I didn't need the -4, but I felt better knowing I had. Felt better. I felt better knowing it was there. It's the long contemplative pause of a gamer that just lost to a White Widow. We've all been there, chat. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy? Fin Foom Fang feels like a landslide. Xiao Lao will help you escape from reality. Open your eyes and see. We are super cooked. What song is that? Oh my goodness. Kappa before I get timed out. Saved yourself, barely. Saved yourself, barely. I mean, I have to get rid of this. Wait, they didn't copy the Maverick? Gamer, you okay? You okay, bruh? Gosh, Merlin really ruined this board, huh? I think I want the energy from Hope, but if I play Kitty, and the problem with playing Kitty is I brick a draw next turn because of Merlin. Think we're dead. As much as I hate playing Marvel Retreat, they just snapped so late.
Escaped.
Order. No, I want White Widow to jump the dog. So I was turning Kitty into a demon on purpose. Man, I'm really sad they're making us wait so long for Deadpool's Diner to come back. It really is my favorite way to play Snap. Where there aren't just constant retreats.
Snap.
I ain't afraid of no Fist Tower. Merlin makes all well. Was that announced? I mean, they don't really announce what's it called in advance. Why do you keep asking me to double Merlin dance? It's just been like, what? Has it been like 3 months since the Deadpool Diners rerun happened? It's been a while at this point. It was like late September for Deadpool's Enter 2.0. Yeah, it's been a minute. I think I want to play 2 cards for Shulo. This is technically brooking a draw, though, too. And the problem here is Nico's gonna eat my next card because I played her left. Is it this? I think it might be this. I think it's Lockheed going too. They're terrible at snapping. Didn't want to risk omniversal presence. Yeah, but that shows why they're terrible at snapping, gamer. If you're only ever pressing the snap button when you have a sure thing, you're using the mechanic in a really poor way. think it's this. I think it's this. It's fine. They'll snap turn 6. Yeah, probably. I mean, that Nico's pretty big. I don't know that this is enough to actually win the game, though, is the problem. They never play for the right? Nico's 32 power. Yes. All right, if Merlin doesn't fuck us, we've won the game. God bless us, everyone. Isn't the left easier to win? No, I can't put the dog into the left. And every time I put the dog into the left, it gets -4. So, like, maybe a Fist Tower wasn't there. If they'd have snapped after that Gwen pull, they probably would have gotten cubes off such leaving. Possibly. The optimal thing for me to do at that point would be leave, yeah. I don't know that I would have, just because I hate playing Marvel Retreat, but sure, you're right. If they would have snapped after the Gwen pull on Valhalla, I would have left. We would have talked about it being a boomer snap. Would have definitely been the case. I'm gonna be honest, gamers. The more I shove Finfang Foom into various deck lists, the more I've enjoyed him as a card. We're gonna take a brief pause for the cause to let some adverts roll across the platforms, and we're gonna continue exploring my deepest, darkest fantasies here with dragons and werewolves and lovely ladies when we return. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, be sure to hit the like button on whatever video you're checking out. I appreciate the folks who have done that already today. Good morning, good morning. Have you played a Shu Lao Thanos deck yet? No? We don't really play a lot of Thanos. Thanos being an 18 card deck just means like there's not a lot of variation. And like adding one new card to a Thanos deck doesn't make it play out particularly different. Yeah. Yeah, like Thanos is kind of a mediocre new card showcase. You're just not going to see the new card very often. It's not quite the same as putting it in Airship, but it's a close second. This deck is really Dungeons and Dragons. You've got werewolves, dragons, magicians, and a couple of people who obviously wanted to do something in the future, but were told this campaign was set in medieval times, so they were forced to use White Widow and Hydra Bomb. Yeah, that reminds me, we're getting ready to start. I finished an intro box set with my boys and 2 of their friends, and I'm having them roll up characters using the full player's handbook. And one of their friends, there's like muskets or some type of very simple gun inside of the player's handbook, and he's just been like laser, like, can I play with those? Can I use the guns? And I was just like, all right, we'll figure it out. I haven't picked a setting yet for their second campaign, but I'll make sure that works into it for him. If they change Shao to characters, then he might be a Thanos staple. What do you mean? Shao does impact characters. Water Deep's a nice one. Oh, is that like pirates and stuff? Oh, this could be kind of nasty. I get to go Nico, copy Widow, and then armor the Widow path, and then Widow them again. Light beam. They have 5 energy. Are we white widowing again? It's so close. Widow right and then wait for the Bifrost. Oh, yeah, that's a good call. Clever. Clever. Okay, it works out the same because they didn't see the line, but yeah. Oh, you can play anywhere, huh, War Machine? I don't think so, bud. Go on, War Machine. I want 8 energy next turn. Oh, I guess I don't need 8, do I?
So happy.
So happy. I have no idea how much energy I have, chat. I have no idea how much energy I have. Well, that's spicy. I think they're dead, yeah? Yeah, that'll be dragons! Roar. I'm really glad we got a good White Widow armor game in. The fact that it was double Widow armor is delectable. But I'm glad we got at least one of those. Cool, Rand. Yeah, actually, this weekend's gonna be one of my first weekends home in a little while. I need to join your D&D Beyond thing that you sent me. Sit down and figure out what we're doing with the kids. I think we're probably starting their next campaign like in 2 weeks. January's been a crazy month. Fin Fang Food was better than Shag once again. Sure was.
Oh, snap.
A red cosmic border on not Aeroshib. Wait, that's illegal. Did you hear Trump said what happened to global warming citing the current cold storm? I mean, yeah. Like, are we forgetting that the Republicans are the party of people that like brought a snowball into the Senate to be like, what's going on with global warming? Blarga, blarga, blarga. What's up, dude?
I have 11 o'clock before math
Okay.
because I kind of finished like a lot of stuff.
Okay. If you're done, go chill. Make sure you eat something too, though.
Ooh, what deck are you doing?
We are playing a deck called Dungeons and Dragons.
Ew. Okay, so what's the strat of this Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh, we've got some dragons.
Of course.
Oh, we've got some wizards.
Okay.
We're gonna mess them up.
No wonder why it's called the Dungeons and Dragons deck. Because it just brings D&D vibes.
It does have big D&D vibes.
Anyways, bye bye.
Love you, bud.
Love you too.
This is 9 already. I think I just null Shao, yeah? And then we plan to like Fin Fang somewhere on the last turn? Is Fubin up here? He might be. Carter's scary. Hey, stop. Rip. This is one of those instances where Shang-Chi would have. Shang-Chi would have been better. Would Shang-Chi have won it? I would have been able to go Shang plus Kitty on the right, but I think we still would have been short points, right? Well, if Shang killed Moonstone, the Mystique would lose a lot of points. Because she's getting plus 22 from the Moonstone. So regardless of which of these we kill, they lose a bunch of points. I'd have to count it. And there's a Lockheed hitting the Captain Carter that makes them all smaller as well. If I play the kitty plus a Shang there, that's close. Not a clear winner. I will say the big thing I like about this is I've wanted to play Shang in armor decks before and felt bad about it. The fact that Foom is a similar effect, but I don't have to feel bad playing it with armor is nice. Technically, when you're moonstoning Carter, you're better off having the bigger power in the front. So if you're gonna have Captain Carter's effect in the front row and Captain Carter's effect in the back row, you want the bigger power up front. That's what it comes down to. Oh my god. That's enough of that. Next! Iceman's so fucked up, chat. He's such a good one drop. Onward, upwards, backwards, forwards.
Opponent snapped. Oh, snap.
They have a copy of Hope from White Palace. Oh my goodness! It's a Parker Industries that doesn't make me want to throw up and hate everything. That's beautiful. Let's put this here, actually, so I can go Lockheed into Kitty on the left next turn. I want to put Lockheed in a path. I want to play... I want to play Lockheed into the Hope path. I want to make sure I put it into a... God bless America. I'm going to turn the Kitty into the Galactus Herald here. Christ. Remember when everybody wanted Agamotto banned, chat? Because he was too good? And then that just stopped when he was no longer the season pass card? Funny how that works. Bolts of ball sack is scary. What do we think of this? I think I'm into it. I think I'm into it. They have 10 energy, so like, really, they could be points anywhere, but... You want a once and future middle. That's an interesting thought. So I could do this, and under the dog here. Yeah, I don't hate that. This gets me the most total points on the board. Just so we're clear, my initial line would have won this coin flip, yeah? So this is not my dance's loss. My line would have been the same amount of points here. It would have been 20 here, and it would have been 11 to -4 over here. Not my loss, that's true. Not my loss. But I've been led astray. Backseated into oblivion. I don't know how I'm ever gonna recover having lost this Proving Grounds game. That's the best part about being a streamer, chat. Every time you lose a coin flip, it's either you're unlucky or it was chat's fault. Rhinova! Thanks for dropping off some of Jeffrey Bezos' dollar dues again. I appreciate that not only 35 months, but a 35-month streak at that. Keeping up a sub streak with Prime is no joke. It's so easy to forget. You forgot the third option. You only lost because your opponent is stream sniping you. Or ghosting you, yeah. Please, someone get me a cookie. My family is dying. We need the cookie. Cookie! I have Shulao in hand, so I'm gonna start playing out 2 cards this turn. Khonshu's scary. Means we're not playing for a breaker. I have to win both of these. I don't need to draw White Widow, unironically. I'm Stick! Thanks for watching so much over the last year and more. Welcome to Homelandia's latest Shillionaire. The trickle effect is working well. It is, it is. What if I do this? So let's say they play Khonshu Center. Oh god, he could bring back Gambit or MODOK. This is 19, 21. I go to 26. And then Khonshu puts them to 21. And then MODOK discards 2 cards. I think it's this. And if we don't get got by Gambit, we're probably good. Cool. There were a lot of permutations for how this game could end, but I think we were winning most of them, yeah? I think we were winning most of them. I never worried for a second, yeah. Because if they also weren't guaranteed to bring back Gambit, there was a MODOK in their discard pile too. And if they brought back MODOK, they would have gotten another +2 on here, but I would have had my my Lockheed in place, so they would have gotten -2 from that, and I would have been +1 from that. And if they landed here, we're playing for a breaker, and we're up on the breaker by a lot. I'm gonna start this deck wrap-up with what's probably a controversial take in the Marvel Snap community. I know a lot of people are sick of seeing this guy because he's really popular. But I think my Marvel Snap take, as far as card releases go, the problem with this guy isn't his strict power level, so much as it's the lack of other new releases at a similar power level. The problem with Xiao, and the reason why he's been 40% play rates, especially when there's weekend missions going on, is because he's the only new thing that's powerful. There's other cards that keep up with him, plenty of them by the numbers, but people want to play with the new thing. And when there's only one new thing that's really worth playing, sorry, Finfang, like, you're playable, but you're not as good as Xiao. And it's one of the reasons why we've seen Second Dinner this season pull back on how many cards they're releasing. There's less Series 4 stuff specifically. And a lot of the Series 5 were more weak and middling stuff, right? Like, Dragon of the Moon, absolutely atrocious. And then even things like Lin Lai are, like, only okay. And then I think Shu Lao is really just this perfect storm, because not only is he the only shiny new thing that's really strong this season, but he's also a really fun card that goes in interesting decks that haven't been playable in a long time. Before Shu Lao dropped, I can't remember the last time I played a ton of Kitty Pryde, and she's such a fun, sweet card to be playing that offers so many interesting sequencing decisions and considerations throughout the course of the match, and she has deck building synergies you can consider among other things as well. Like, just, I think Shu Lao, in addition to being powerful, is kind of like Werewolf by Night. Like, it's just a card that, like, highlights everything that's good and great about Marvel Snap. Yeah, that's also true. Shu Lao's a dragon, and people love dragons. I love dragons, shit. Dragons are fun. And this build, you know, we started with this this wonky deck building restriction of we're gonna play fantasy variants, and we warped our deck around it, and it still ended up being pretty functional. Honestly, I think the only card that's like super out of place here with the you have to play fantasy variants requirement is I kind of wish I had a different one drop other than Hydra Bob. I honestly really liked the dynamic of Hope Summers, Merlin, and Wingbeat with these two as the top end. I think that's one of my takeaways from playing this is I think Fin Fang is probably a little bit more flexible than my gut reaction on the card was, and playing it in decks like this that have incidental ways to ramp into it without being dedicated ramp decks, like have other ways to leverage the extra energy that aren't just big dumb things, that's kind of sweet. And I think if you wanted to change things because you're not chaining yourself to the play fantasy variants requirement, this should probably be a 1 energy on reveal to move Werewolf around. Iceman's probably a great consideration. White Widow and Armor were honestly pretty good. I think Shang-Chi's better than it has been in a little bit. There's a lot of big things running around, so Armor can protect from that. Fin Fang doesn't care about you armoring a lane because he just goes over the top, and it has good synergy with White Widow. Like, we had at least one good game in there where, like, White Widow Armor, like, really put the knobs or whatever you want to call it to my opponent. They were having a real bad time with that pairing.